Today on the workbench we have the Bulova 680, made in the US in 1959. I was told the battery connector was broken. So let's open it up and see what's going on. Okay, that doesn't look too good. And we have another piece of it right here. So let's give it some bench power and see if the radio even works. Could be worse. I'm hearing something. I'm sure it's time to swap the caps out, but this is a real survivor. Let's take it apart. All right, there we are. I see 4 transistors. Pretty simple radio. I found the circuit diagram for this radio. Looks like there's 2 electrolytics, a 100 and a 40. Well, here's the 100, and that one must be the 40. All right, I don't think these leads are bent, which means we can use a desoldering gun. This is gonna go really fast. Just that easy. The desoldering gun really speeds things up. Interesting looking capacitor, West German. I haven't seen one of those before. Looks like 100 microfarads. We may have a little trouble getting the new one to reach that far. No, we're not gonna make it, so we're gonna have to put on an extension wire here. All right, there's one. Let's get the other guy. He has a bent lead. There he is, a 40. 40s are a strange value these days, and I looked at the circuit diagram, and this is just being used for power filtering. 47 is the common value now, so let's replace it with that. Should work even better. Let's see if he's gonna reach. He's not gonna reach either, so we have to do the same thing again. Adds a little bit of wire. Caps are done. Well, let's test the caps. That's always fun to do. Here's the 40. Nominally more than double, but that just means it's leaking. And here's the West German 100. 150 ESR4. Well, the radio sounded pretty good, but these caps needed replacing. By the way, if you're watching on TV, it's easy to subscribe. Just press the center button, up arrow, and the center button again, and you'll never miss a repair. Well, let's try cleaning the contacts a little bit. Let's get this radio back together and then deal with the battery connector. I like these vintage wires, so let's just take the top off the snap connector and connect the old wires to it. As I'm soldering to these connectors, I'm a little afraid that the plastic's going to melt, so I'm going to use this battery to kind of draw the heat away a little bit. Save the old wires. Looks great. Let's give it a quick clean. Let's see if we can get this screw cleaned up a little bit. Well, that's probably a little better. This radio is supposed to take an Ever-Ready 246 battery. I'm not sure what that is, so let me go away and do a little research. So the Ever-Ready 246 is a 9-volt battery that has a standard snap connector, but its capacity is double of even a modern alkaline 9-volt battery. The snap connector fits, but I'm worried how long the radio will really run. I did find this battery pack on Amazon. It takes 6 AA batteries and puts out 9 volts, but with twice the capacity of the carbon zinc battery that the radio was designed for. So the real question is whether it will fit or not. Look at that, just barely. All right, let's see if it works. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll be making more. And if you see something I missed, please leave a comment. I'm here to learn. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.